21st meeting of the Montreal Protocol in Port Galib, you came with quite a substantive expectations. And on this last day, what do you think? Your expectations are fulfilled?
Well, thank you for asking, Roz. We came this year with a proposal to amend the Montreal Protocol to bring in HFCs, the consumption and consumption and production of HFCs. We had hoped that the parties might be able this year to reach agreement on this amendment, which was the idea was first raised by Mauritius and Micronesia at the end of April this year. We were able to put together a North American proposal that builds on this idea, and we were hopeful that we could reach agreement on an amendment here at this meeting. It's understandable to me that that hasn't been possible at this time. Our proposal, after all, was only introduced on the 14th of September. It's been very little time for people to appreciate what this means in their national circumstances, to assess the impacts and so forth. But we're very positive about this meeting because there's been a wonderful opportunity to explain the rationale, to explain what's behind it. We had a side event the other day where we were able to give our analysis by our Environmental Protection Agency of the environmental benefits of the proposal. And we think that with time, over the next year, we will come to the 16th meeting of the parties, and it will be very possible and very likely then that we will see the parties agree on an amendment to the Montreal Protocol.
Very encouraging to hear that from you, particularly coming from USA, which is a major contributor to the multilateral fund, which provides assistance to the Article 5 countries. What do you think? Where do we go from here? I mean, for the next 2 to 3 years, what do you think that things will move in, particularly in Article 5 countries?
Well, we're very delighted with the progress that Article 5 countries have been making, and we salute them on the phase-out of CFCs that will take place on the 1st of January 2010. This is an absolutely historic date because from that point forward, they will be consigned to the dustbin of history, I think, the CFCs. So we're thrilled, and we acknowledge the work and the progress being made. We also are very much aware of the efforts being made by Article 5 countries now and by non-Article 5 countries with the accelerated phase-out of CFCs, HCFCs. So this is important work. It's work that I signaled yesterday in my plenary statement. I think it's going to be important that we continue this effort. We not lose sight of what I call the first purposes of the Montreal Protocol. But by the same token, we think it's also time, we can't be unmindful of the impacts our actions are likely to have on the global environment, in particular on the climate system. And so it's for that reason, notwithstanding our work and the important work that we're doing now on CFCs and HCFCs, that we also need to pay attention to issues like destruction of ozone depleting substances in banks. We have a very positive decision coming out of this meeting on that issue. The United States made a proposal, and we're very pleased that that issue is going forward. I note that China said that this is a matter of urgency, and we agree. But I think we also need to begin looking at the issue of alternatives to HCFCs, in particular HFCs.
You refer to the right kind of a very appropriate challenge of destruction of ODS. It's definitely a formidable task. And as we heard from the TIAP, it would require billions of dollars. Do you really think, knowing that USA position is very practical, something you propose which is doable, do you think which involves something billions of dollars for destruction, is it achievable?
Well, let me say, if we were only looking to destroy these substances because of the ozone benefits, I think that we might have trouble attracting the financing that's going to be needed. But you see, when you destroy a unit of CFCs, it has ozone benefits and climate benefits. People today, everywhere, are looking to try to find ways of doing things that are positive for the global environment, in particular to safeguard the climate system. So, in my view, we have a good chance of attracting some of the funding that people have been talking about for climate change in pursuit of this effort. So I think the Montreal Protocol may benefit from the interest of all countries in finding ways meaningfully to address the climate problem.